Came the cold, unruly night, as the stars by twilight fell, one after another in succession. I could hear the hourly ringing of the church bells above the sepulchre, and came in that dark, foreboding night. In the deep, a creature not many had heard, but rather from the silence it burst and fell and fell and fell as it dispersed into the light one moment, then the darkness the next, and again came the second ringing of the bell, and I heard some strange utterance deep in the shadow of the valley of death, and came the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. But there, Death rode on a pale horse, bringing sadness and revelation, and the beast with the 7 heads flew across my path, and there I saw the wickedness of mankind, and had hoped for some brief romance with joy. But joy must always end, at least in this world, if not the next. And as I looked out my gauntly shaped mirror of a window, I saw half my reflection in my face, and yet there was another face staring quietly back at me. And in that wintered stare, I saw those eyes that looked so fair. They centered their approach and entered mine, the window to the soul. And I could see, with great outcry of utterance, the cold snow and ice, and crawled. They did the arachnids into my mind, and they drew their webs and made the dark and lonely night some chasm of change, for the disturbia was apparent, and there my eyes' pupils dilated wide as I looked out across the shadow and saw that horrid sight. The creature, that disturbed creature, creeping across the grassy knoll into the reflection in that window. And I could feel as it tore my soul from my soul. And horror grew there in the fear and the avalanche. And though I could breathe, I saw that nothing, and I could not breathe easy in the void. And when it looked me in the eye, staring through my soul, it brought me out into a world, a fascinating world of gore and horror, of shock, trauma, and pain. And there I saw it, my reflection, a doppelganger, looking back at me, much the same. And no moon in the sky. All the starlight had died, and the galaxy of the Milky Way vanished, and I was left in that void, someplace deep, and nothing, just a void. But across that grassy knoll it crept and stepped, all 6, no, 8 of its legs, and it smiled at me and said, "How are you today, old chum? Have you seen the news?" And I said, no, I had not watched. But there it said, "Whatever will you do?" In death. And that was when I breathed my last breath and saw that I was simply staring at the silence of my own expression. And there in that window, I too had ended